Hey everybody, welcome. It's Andrew Ings with Golf Academy, and as always a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in and watching my video today. I do appreciate it. A little bit different today. I do quite a lot of reviews on clubs and comparisons and things like that, which I enjoy immensely, and I hope you do too. But my main role here at my Golf Academy is a golf coach. You know, that's what I do day in, day out. And I see lots of golfers of varying different standards coming through the door. Yesterday, for instance, I taught a guy who played off a 1 handicap, fantastic golf swing, fine tuning. My next lesson was a guy just beginning, you know, right from the beginning. So, you know, I teach the whole spectrum of golfers right across the board, male, female, juniors, everybody. One of the things which people ask me about more than anything else is how do I hit the ball further with a driver? That's the #1 question I get. How do I hit it further? Okay, so what I thought we'd do is have a little discussion today, share some thoughts with you, get your feedback. This is a two-way thing, folks. You know, I'm going to tell you what I think. I'd love to hear what you think. Let's have a little bit of a discussion about how we can get this driver going a little bit further. So, the eternal quest for distance. With the big stick, the big dog, the #1 driver. How do we do it? Let me give you a couple of ideas of what I think and believe can help in setup. First thing to say is the actual driver you're using is going to have a huge effect on how far you can potentially hit the ball. We're not going to kind of get into this in ultra detail, but let's just look at a few factors which can influence how the ball is going to go further. Loft, #1 for me is loft. Get the correct loft on that suits your swing. Generally speaking, and this will get thumbs up, thumbs down, and people say, no, you're talking rubbish. The slower the swing speed, the more loft you need. That's the general rule of thumb. Faster club speeds can get away with less loft, but that's not always the case. So if you are swinging it at 60 miles an hour, chances are you're going to need something like 14, 15, maybe 16 degrees of loft to get that ball up in the air. It's a little bit of a generalization, but it's quite true. Shaft weight and shaft flex obviously going to have a massive effect on how this thing works. And today we are swamped with lots of different shaft flexes and weights and lengths and all the rest of it. It's probably another 4 videos just talking about that. Custom fit, custom fit, custom fit, custom fit. If you want to hit the ball further and straighter, go and get a custom fit. If you don't do that, chances are it's never going to happen. So, lots there to consider with the actual driver itself. Let's talk about a couple of key things in setup which I see people doing wrong on a daily basis. #1 would be tee peg height. Make sure you get this ball pegged up quite high. General rule of thumb is to get about half the ball over the top edge of the club. It's not a bad way of doing it. If the ball's too low, you're going to hit the club way down here where we haven't got the true loft of the face. So get the ball pegged up nice and high. #2, ball position. I see a lot of people inadvertently having the ball back in the stance in the middle. You can see here I've got the ball kind of in the center of my body. My shoulders here are pretty level, and what that's going to mean is that I'm not hitting up into it. I'm actually going to hit down, take loft off it, never going to get it launched. Big problem. So make sure that you get that ball position up inside the left heel. What this is also going to do is it's going to get your spine tilting backwards. It's going to get this left shoulder up higher, right shoulder low. Now from here you can really see that I've got a great chance of hitting up into the ball. If I can hit up into it, I can launch the ball higher. The modern drivers these days are brilliant at launching high and spinning low. And you watch these guys and girls on telly who hit the ball a long way. They're hitting an average sort of tour pro, you know, might use, let's say, I don't know, 9-degree driver, but they could be hitting up 3, 4, 5 degrees. So the actual true loft of the ball coming off the club face could be 13, 14 degrees. High launch, low spin. That's how you're going to get more distance from it. A couple of points to consider there at setup. I guess one of the big things which really influences how far the ball's going to go is club head speed. You know, how fast is this thing moving as I hit the golf ball? My club speeds with a driver on a good day is 105, something like that. If I'm really going for it, I could maybe push 107, 108. We've got to try and get this balance though, haven't we, between distance and control. No point in hitting the ball, 300 yards if you can't hit fairways. So you've got to find this point where you've got control, but you've got distance. Club head speed, how do we get more? That's the eternal question, isn't it? I'm not sure if I've got all the answers at all for this one. Is so much to consider on how you're going to get club head speed, the way in which we load the body, we use the core muscles, how can we get that club going? That's where I'd love to get your input on it. I like the idea for some people of swinging something light or swinging something heavy to give them the feeling of how club speed works. And a good little drill is just to turn your driver upside down and just hold it at the head. Make sure you hold the club well out in front of you. Make some swings. Listen to the pitch. Listen to the noise. I'm accelerating through here. Here's a slower, non-accelerating swing. Listen to it. Slow one. Faster one. Turn the club back round the other way around. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm generating club head speed. Lots of drills on there, lots of things out on the market which can help you increase club head speed. I'd like to get your views on it. So come on, send me back some comments. Tell me what you've done to help increase club speed and get more distance without losing control of the driver. It's a fascinating subject, lots to consider. I'm just skimming the surface here at the moment, but let's dig into this a little bit deeper. Thanks for watching. Please post your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Lots of new material coming this year for you. I've been a bit quiet of late because I've been ultra busy coaching and fitting, but there's lots of stuff coming at you very shortly. So hit the subscribe button and give the thumbs up if you think it deserves one. Thanks for watching. All the best, and I'll be back soon.